strong enough. But I'll see if I can get them to put the rest of it up. It could just result in somebody getting crushed. I don't know. I don't have to. I just don't know why that specifically came down. I think when they crash landed there, I had a siege. I think when they crash landed, I think it broke a larger area of the roof than it was supposed to. But how we going? Got 12 components. I'll wait till I see some stuff get dropped. There's some certain things I want to specifically put in transport pods that aren't gonna like expire anytime soon or anything like that, you know. The funniest thing is, like, I could put a transport pod at a new location and just be like, oh, send the people back when they're done. But like, I actually really need to be able to send animals back constantly. That's another thing too, is I sold some, but I haven't culled any. I got, how about we increase that to 4 for the moment? I don't want you to cull the hauling animals at the moment. I know they're meat and we could really do with that, but I kind of need to keep some extras. I got up to, there's 18 coming through there. Hold on, I'll just go down the list with my hauling animals. We'll make you, oh shit, not that. Fuck that. No, make you 20 for the moment. Be about, I don't really want 40, but that's fine. If they can get to adulthood, they'll be fine. Let's make like anything that's really low, I'll bring it up. Make it about 30. Yaks, horses. Horses we've got room for. I don't usually like keeping a large amount of everything because that's just a problem, generally speaking. Like, I have to feed them, I have to tame them, I have to like rope them up to go and stuff like that, but I would like a few extras to go. That should be enough. I'm not going to cull off any of my other animals. I'm not going to take farm animals over yet. We'll see. Like I said, I have to wait until the version updates and see what it does to my game. If it doesn't break anything, I have luxury of time then to move between the two. If it breaks something, I won't have the luxury of time and we will just have to pack up and go kind of thing. It's basically the sooner the better kind of thing. But I kind of want to be a bit ready for that. So what are these? What have we got blocks out here for? Marble blocks. Why? And there's Crook. Yeah, so I have like 14,000 slate, like 9,000 limestone. I'm pretty sure the new area is going to be limestone and slate, I think. Kind of like here, I wanted marble, but we settled for slate. And I think I did limestone fences and shit. It'd be kind of similar in a way. I thought about reversing it and making like all the walls and stuff like white, but I don't know. Like, I did that with the floors and I kind of hated it. We only just fixed that, which is why we have like 9,000 limestone at the moment. Do you mind, Asora? You just sneezed on my hand. Alright, I'll have to remember to like wash that later. Cougar in animal pen, really? That's kind of interesting. I'm guessing it's been like potentially eating things. I didn't realize we had a predator on the map. Yeah, Asora doesn't usually like cat sneeze very far, but that was just one time where she actually like did and it got my hand. It's like more noticeable because it's just like, I don't know, my hands are really dry at the moment, so yeah. Still gross, but yeah, I don't know. Cat sneeze. She's kind of like so sleepy. I was giving her a pat, but she's got like, there was no tension in her neck to support that pat at all. So her head like moved like a little bobble, like figurine when I just patted her. Get everything harvested too that's available. Okay, so we've disabled advanced components and bionics. I kind of would like to disable my art benches. Those ones aren't even equipped. We can get rid of these two. Straight up, just get them gone because they don't even have stuff on them. These ones are in the process of getting made. What I could do is, I don't know how many they've got here. What have we got? Unfinished large, unfinished small, grand, and another small. There's another one in storage. I don't want them to make like a heap, but I know that they will replace it if it gets sold and stuff. They shouldn't honestly make extra. We got Belimba and Kelly are working on those two. I don't mind just having like the two. I might just leave the sculptures because I don't know if the people that do like crafting and stuff, hold on, does it work? Let's see, art. No, art's its own thing. Remove paint, remove floor, paint buildings, paint floor, and make things art bench. Okay, so basically the people that got those skills, I think also have crafting skills for the most part, but if they don't have something to build, they'll just do cleaning. As for the mining though, I'm still working through that section. Fine, these ones don't even have power, so does this one reach? Yeah, it reaches. Okay, so I have a couple that are like extra and I could put them into, I don't know if I could fit 4. Let's uninstall them for the moment. That way I'll have a couple of these to take with me, because no matter how I want to look at it, if I want to build at the new location, I have to have materials. I can either take materials or I can mine materials. And I do have a shit ton of miners, so for me, all it would be basically picking up every single person here that can do mining and sending it to the new location and being like, that's all you guys are doing now. For a while, because a lot of my mining people have multiple skills. For instance, like Ellie's working on this. What else you got? You got a bit of construction, you got shooting, you got social. Not a lot. But what about Regal? Regal's got a little bit of construction, a little bit of animals, intellectual. Ironically, I was going to send a fleet of construction people, but I actually think I'm going to send a fleet of miners, because a lot of them have got multiple skills. So I'm going to be basically like looking for, that's going to be so hard to set up a caravan that's exclusively that. Like I said, I'm not going to set one up until this lot are home. I need them to get home. Then I kind of need everybody to be okay, and then we'll go. So I hate the fact that I've got to postpone moving. Only because I was ready to go, you know. I think it's a performance hit setting up another colony like yours planning. I don't know. Probably nothing. Sounds like a fun late game goal. Look, when I had Salvation and I had Quillen at the same time, I was deconstructing Salvation as I was building up Quillen. And like, you guys saw how, like, this is as much as Quillen got before we had to move. Let's move. There we go. We can still watch Purple getting surgery. So, like, that's as much as it got. It never got, like, fully constructed. There was a few buildings that you can see like kind of blacked out or like patchy and stuff, because like I just never finished doing what I was doing. But like I was building at the same time as I was deconstructing, so it kind of like, I don't know, it was alright. Like I'd be at one colony and the other colony was just like minding their own business. I'd just go back over and set up like tasks and shit for them to do. I swap between them and stuff. I'd have raids at either or. The raids were more of a nightmare. Not like affecting the game or anything, but as in like not having enough people or not having the right people at a specific colony site, a settlement, whatever, as they were getting attacked. That sucked. We'd had one really huge mech battle that, oh, it was in such a shit spot. It was right next to an original where they like landed, and I spent so long trying to play through getting her out of there. And the way I could really do it was to let her get downed, hope she didn't die, and like send people to try to like get her and like bombard. I think I had to like take everybody and manually swarm the raid to save her. Kind of shit. What are you guys doing here? Rego, Ken ship's just walking through. It didn't even tell me. Like, it'd be nice if you guys could tell me when I have visitors on my map, you know. 8 mechs, lol, I usually disable them. No, I've still got them all. You know, it's just like, I don't know, part and parcel. Because I got mechs and I get like pirate raiders and stuff. I don't know if there's another type. Yeah, there's a savage tribe and there's a pirate gang and stuff. I've got them all set. I've also got the insects infestation and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's usually alright. It's only when I get like the doomsday rocket launcher and grenaders in people that I have like an annoyance with them. And as far as like the termite centipede things, pretty sure there's centipedes. Oh my god, English. Yeah, no, the inferno launcher cannons are a piece of shit, honestly. That, and you know when they've got like the needly guns, that sucks too. I always get like headshots, but I'm working on like literally making helmets, so it's not that bad right now. Last mech attack almost wiped out a whole colony. Dr. Clutch and saved everyone. Didn't sleep for 1 to 2 full days. Was high on go juice and yayo the whole time. That's the other thing too, though, is because like none of my colonists can have drugs. So pre-battle, nobody's got anything, and like post-battle to deal with stuff, it's mostly just the power of people. Oh my god, English. I know, right? I'm in my English. So like, for instance, I think I've got about 50 odd doctors, give or take. I've got about 50 odd of just about anything in this colony. And so like, for instance, when we have like a few hundred people down in hospital, if, you know, a handful of those are my doctors, that fucking sucks. But I've got other people that have got like medical skills. But, you know, I rely on, for instance, my animals to rescue people on the battlefield and get them into hospital while we're fighting. I rely on, like, my medical people going and tending ASAP. The other thing, too, is because I've got 2 medical areas at the moment, what's kind of happening is, like, for a little while, we had a really big shortage on medicine. I had a lot of, like, natural medicine, but I didn't have a lot of made medicine. And then I sold some as well. I sold like 200 or whatever. And so sometimes like the medicine they need will run out in one spot and they'll have to walk to the other place. But the other place, like the person's not going to make it if they walk from this one to that one and back kind of stuff. So like I have to get like a bit extra technical with that and find somebody that's in here that's free or next to it that's free to walk that medicine down. Get that doctor to stay where they are. Like, these are, like, critical situations and stuff like that, but most of the time it's not that bad. And also, I don't usually pay attention when the animals are attacked, unless, like, I know that somebody really special in there is, like, hurt, in which case I will tend to that. Also, that cougar isn't really getting shot up, you know. I see that it, like, took to the ocean. Oh, yeah, Ray's hunting it, it's fine. She's not the best shot, but it's fine, she'll get it eventually. I was thinking something else then. I can't remember what it was. I saw something in passing as I was like scrolling around. I forgot what it was. But yeah, Chef Pawns must really be busy cooking for 200. So basically I have day and night people in my colony. So I always have people working around the clock. And everybody that goes into the kitchen has to be cooking at least 4 meals. Well, the 4 meals every single time. So that we can have enough food for my people and stuff. So, yeah, like, I've got, how many people in here at the moment? Got 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 cooks in here. I think Grim's coming in to cook too, so 8, maybe 9. 9-ish people coming in to cook, and it's nighttime. So I don't have as many at night, but we have to make food around the clock. This is why I've got fueled stoves. As much as I do not fueled like electric stoves and stuff, because if the power goes out, I still have to be able to cook. If it's nighttime, I still have to be able to cook. Like we do make more meals. Like we were at 4,007 meals about probably 40 minutes ago, and we're at 3,991. So everybody's just had a meal and we've like dropped a bit, but it'll be by that again by dawn, you know. Depends what they make too. Like Alban just made packaged survival meals, and I do need those. Like we're going to need them for the caravan. We've got like 4,000. We've also got like 5.5 grand of pemmican, which is good because we need that for the caravans. it doesn't make him like super happy to have that in transit, but at least I've got something that I don't need to worry about cold storage. Next location. My hospital has 2 dedicated doctors, 50 is wild. The biggest thing is when I set a paddock to be sown, and out of the blue you'll see like a swarm of colonists appear out of nowhere and just move down there like an organized like collection of like insects, you know. Like that's probably the best one because it's the most obvious when I have like all the people for like gardening and stuff out. But yeah, you'll really see it like when I have like a serious fight, a serious battle or whatever, people will like come in here and I'll have like 12 doctors between the two. Some people be asleep, some people be injured. How did your surgery go, mate? Doesn't look like he's got any problem with his other leg. So, good for him. Hopefully that shit doesn't come back. He's 60. I've never seen a colonist die of old age, out of interest. Bro's got muscle parasites, it's fine, he's sickly, right? Yeah. Yeah, so, like, I've had colonists that get, like, older, but I've never seen them die. Same with animals. This is why I'm so against the orange horse situation, is I had one called Avalon, and I'm like, oh yeah, horses live to, like, 20, 30, or whatever. Sorry. And, I'm like, you know, he's gonna die eventually. He had, like, dementia or something like that. And yeah, the fucking horse never died. I think it was like 40 odd. And I'm like, it's not dying. I'm like, it should be, you know. Surprising for your colony, a year plus. They're pretty young when recruited. So most of the ones that I started with were probably in like the 20s to 30s. I think Lincoln or Tofu should have been my youngest. You're 31 now. Hold on. I feel like I had another male I can't think of the name of. Hold up, let's put that in the right direction. I don't think it's E, E's a she. I always think it's the other way around. It's either Tofu or Lincoln. One of them was like 13, like the youngest you could have for core. Yeah, Lincoln. So Lincoln's 30 now. Jesus. That's a few years. Sorry, my brain just completely shut down. I was trying to do the math from like 15, and I'm like, it's not 15, and my brain just wouldn't let me do it. It's 17 years. So, in-game canonical world has been 17 years, which I could just look at the fucking year date. This is why I don't cover this. If anybody that's ever wondered why like my avatar sits here, one, I'm sitting on top of the world, so yeah, I just find that funny. And second, I want to be able to see like the canonical dates throughout my journey and stuff, because I record all of that too, so I can also see like how bad certain battles were. I can see if I was experiencing like a particularly slow run, or if like I had to do a lot of reloading and stuff like that based on like how much progress of time passes and stuff. Like sometimes we've had like 6 or several days or something passed in a stream, and I'm like, damn, you know, a lot of time passed. And then other times we have like 4 days or something like that. I'm like, not a lot happened, you know. Just didn't go very quickly because I had to keep reloading and fighting a battle or something, you know. So the old geezer pawns, I usually decommission them from combat and keep them as workers until they pass. So the only way to exit my colony, if you're not an original colonist, is to die in battle. Like, it's basically an honorable death situation. If you try to leave, if you run wild, if you go on a drug binge, you get dead, I will resurrect your ass. You will not be dying out of my colony. Like, you won't leave this colony. I feel like I had somebody kidnapped, but I'm thinking that was in the Nido colony. Because my storage got attacked at one point. I remember that now. My Nido colony, I had, when I let everybody kill each other, I got raided or something in amongst it, and somebody just, like, picked up a bunch of people and left with them. So like that happens too. That's without biotech, so I believe new age progression is not applied. Oh yeah. So yeah, I guess like I'm not too familiar with biotech because I don't watch too many people that have got it. But I think with biotech, there's like a certain age that you can allow people to start like training to use weapons and fight and stuff. But then there's also like an age limit where I think people become like less effective. The way I see it is Purple, for instance, he's a 60-year-old colonist, right? He's at least like one of the few colonists where I do know his age off the top of my head. I don't believe he's the oldest. I think I've got somebody that's in their 80s here somewhere, but I don't know who. I can't remember. But he's 60 and he's got a gun. He's able to shoot it. If a battle happens, he's gonna be in the fight. And until he either, you know, has a health condition kill him, like he had carcinoma, right? Which I was kind of expecting be the way that he dies, but I then discovered just tonight that that's a thing that you can operate on. I didn't know that. But if he goes into battlefield and somebody shoots him dead, I'm probably not going to do anything for Purple. If somebody shot Weeks dead or Lumi or whatever, I would probably like reload that save and go again and try harder. I would probably, you'll see it in some of the big battles that I do when I'm up against like a genuine formidable fucking attack. I will normally pull all my originals to the back of the fight, so that like they're still in combat, but they are not really the ones being aimed at. But if everybody goes down in front of them, they're still capable of fighting. Because like my originals now, because I've had them so long, his Weeks like literally right there, like they have pretty good skills for most things. So yeah, she can fight. It's just that I don't want her on the front line. If I can avoid it. Like Mitz is right here. She's not an original, but she's very close to it. Radman's my doctor. He can do shooting. I don't tend to put my doctors on the front line. I keep them nearby. Sometimes I forget and I put them on the front line, and then I'm like, why are you out there? Like Tyran and Dali, they're both medics. I don't know about Bombay. I got a whole medical crew going for a walk here. The fuck you guys been up to? I gotta remember Bombay is a medic too. I guess I should know that. Kit Kat's one as well. Actually, apart from Ginseng, I think this is my medical crew going for breakfast. That's wild. I don't normally see that. Like, genuinely, I don't usually see the group go together in one hit. I don't know why they're all together. They must have, you know what it would have been? Is when I had a heap of people sick with the flu. I think was when I reset the beds. Sorry. So I think what's happened is when they did their surgeries, they all went back to a similar bedding area. It's the only thing I can think of with that. Who's starving? Bannister. Mate, why? Malnutrition. Mate, you're constantly malnutrition. You know what you gotta do? Stop cooking. Go get yourself some food. See, that's all you gotta do, mate. I think I thought he was picky eater or something. There was a reason. But yeah, he's always malnourished. Don't worry about him. He's fine. He's not. He's clearly got some kind of a fucking condition of some sort. But yeah, I think it's just like he doesn't like raw food. But he doesn't have anything that says he doesn't like it. I don't know what his deal is. Vanilla Expanded adds some cool whack rolls specific clothing I see. I don't have Vanilla Expanded. But yeah, if you're looking at it and it's got stuff, I think it does. Like, I think you can assign outfits anyway if you really wanted to. Like, I know one of my mates was like, he had like color-coded outfits and stuff like that or specific items that like people in specific tasks would have, which would be easier to tell who does what and where they are and stuff. But yeah, I just don't fiddle with any of that. I'm just happy if my people have got something on and they're happy with it. With this scale of people, I really can't pick and choose what they have. I've just got to hope they go and pick something up to wear. Like, I've still got 42 people out of like the 280 odd that have got tattered apparel. But I find who's idle? Ender. What do you do, mate? What do? You do artistic and social. I do a little bit of medical, but you know what you could get some skills on? Hold on, mate. Where are you in here? You're about to get a new job description. Let's see, maybe not hunting, handling. When you can't use the art bench, guess what you've got to get some skills in. I have enough animals, so that's fine. You can dress up all doctors and surgical scrubs, chefs' uniforms, farmers' farm outfits. Yeah. I think I've heard of that. But yeah, when it comes to my people, like, I don't mind when, like, for instance, they've got something identifiable. Like, Shadow here used to have a hyperweave beanie. And that used to be really nice because I could see him, like, I could spot him out in, like, the field and stuff really easily and whatever. But generally speaking, like, by this amount of time, if I hadn't been moving constantly, I would have almost everybody wearing red in hyperweave. In fucking Devil Strand. But, like, I'm not partial to it. I'm just, like, you know, I know it's got, like, good resistances and shit. But, it's not only just whatever I'm growing or whatever I'm culling. I'm actually surprised all the animals are still in here. It's, like, 6 hours into the day. I kind of thought they'd normally get up by now, but it's fine. I don't really mind. Actually, you know what? When all the animals do come home, I maybe already don't have... Yeah, I already don't have enough beds. Fine. I was just thinking that because I'm like, I could only see like 1 or 2 spots in here. And I'm like, I bet they've got animals. They're just not in here. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Outfit stuff. I guess like I don't care too much because like I'm normally just looking at the name and I'm so used to their outfits changing and stuff. But yeah. So, oh geez, I didn't even realize how massive your animal farm is. Yeah, I've got a few hundred animals. I was saying this the other day. I didn't really like count this properly, but like without doing like a one-to-one count, like let's just go off what it says I've got in total and stuff. I do have animals that are out, but usually if I was going to do a proper count or whatever, I would normally set up a caravan and I'd be like, cool, how many, like just add all the animals to it and stuff like that. Like I will see once some of them get into caravans and stuff. This is such a fucking slow way to do it. Let's do a screenshot. There we go. All right. Now I can bring that up and I can look at that shit. Because I'll keep on this for a second because you guys will see when they all wake up and they take off. Because they'll wake up pretty soon. Where's my game? I'll do a bit of a count. Show you what I've got with that. Can I zoom in this? And just show me on the disc, this will be fine. Yeah, normally when I want to count how many animals I've got, what I usually do is I normally just set up a caravan to go. And the caravan will just tell me how many I've got in total. It will also tell me the difference between what I've got in hauling animals versus like just generic non-hauling specific stuff. So that's always a lot easier. Alright, hold on a second. So give or take, what we have here at home at the moment is 472 animals here at base. I probably have like how many have you got? 30. I've got like 500 animals at the moment, so that's actually not bad. No, we'll fight. Could you grow, dye, and then have pawns create each type of clothing, however many groups wide, of a specific color, I mean? I don't know. So, also welcome in, Bob Hope. So, from my perspective, the dyes I only really saw come in at like 1.5. They may have been there beforehand, but the problem I had was that I apparently had the game locked to don't auto update version when I started this. So I didn't know that it updated to 1.4 and then 1.5. So I never used them and I still haven't used them. Like I know I can grow dye, but this location that I've been at here, it's been so critical to get food production because we've had 3 near starvation event, like colony-wide starvation events. So I haven't like allocated any additional. I've got cotton for medical, and I think I was growing a little bit of devil strain, but I haven't dabbled with anything that's not food because I can't. But yeah, I'm going away now. I love you. Might join again later. No worries, sheep. It's great to see you again. Hopefully it won't be so long next time, but yeah, no worries. I'll be here. I don't stream tomorrow night though, just to let you know. I'm not doing Wednesday nights until my avatar's finished rigging. Tomorrow I'm actually resting instead, which is kind of nice. Because the cold weather is just ripping into me. I can't deal with being this cold all the time. Emmy, I love your enthusiasm, sweetheart, but that is not the right kind of gun for that. She was like standing back. Actually, hold on, huntsman, mate. I mean, this guy's gonna die really quick. I don't need him, but you don't have hunting as a priority, do you? Yeah, hunting and handling. Interesting. Because he's got a gun and he went in close. I've noticed that whenever my people got a gun, like a real proper gun, and they decide to use it to bludgeon the person instead of shooting them, they usually don't have it allocated. He was a super loyal anyway, so we absolutely weren't going to take him, but that's fine. Anything else here? Not really. Okay, we will get you guys moving. All right, give me a sec. I just want to get them back on the road because I could, but I'm not going to pack up and move until everybody's home and all my animals are home. Because then I'll have the resources. I'll have the animals to pack the resources into. I sound like I'm stuffing a turkey with that, but like it's not exactly like that. God, that sounds so awful. What is it? Sounds like you need more pawns to do farming. Level 300 plus colony soon. Actually, so funny you say that. As long as like the 1.6 glitch doesn't like break my colony to the point we go into like stop-start mode again, like with 1.5 when that happened. As long as this place keeps running and I can settle at the new place and there's no real like issue, because the big concern I've got is that if this colony glitches out and grinds to a halt, getting out is really hard, and that would just mean abandoning everything again, which would be really fucking hard. I'd be prioritizing food over most things, probably food and medicine, probably, but I would also be trying to call in traders. But when it ground to a halt with 1.5, the time it took to call a trader and have them arrive was a long time. It was almost as long as it took to pack up a caravan and leave. So it becomes dangerous and unstable and stuff for the save. So I'm hoping like none of that happens, but because I've got like 282 and I've got 2 prisoners, and I really only wanted like 250 colonists. Well, I wanted 200 and then we got more. So then I was like, oh, okay, I'll have like 250. We'll take an army of 250 to the landed ship quest. And now we've got like 280, and they keep just dropping people into my lap that I could steal easily. And so I just keep stealing them. And so we probably end up at like 300 in the next location. I don't want to be getting into like a 500 colony because I physically don't think I can feed that. Because like the 3 starvation events that we had, the big major ones where I had to cull 2/3 of my animal population when we had the 750 animals, right? That was when we moved here. We had about 750 animals, and I had to cull everybody. I had to cull them down